Welcome again to our section, I Want to Be an Engineer. Here we're going to give you some suggestions to simplify your life as an engineer. In this chapter we will continue with the tips for new engineers and people who are thinking on joining the trip. Tip number 5. Let's go see. People will ask about things you did or you are in charge of. One of the best approaches for those questions is to accompany them to find answers. This is what we call a let's go see attitude. This means that when you see a process happening, you learn how to replicate it, or you'll find an answer to a similar problem that was hardly noticeable before you knew the answer. Tip number 6. Avoid hesitation. When you take a well-funded decision, go for it to the end. But remember, avoid extremes. Don't be stubborn nor undecided. When you find evidence proving that what you are doing is not the best approach, start to question your own idea to find a solution or an even better idea. Be your own critic. Tip number 7. Express your ideas. You could think that your job is simply to do what they told you to do, and everybody will be fine with that. Well, that's not true. Or if it's true, you don't want to grow in your team or your projects. When the time comes to make a decision, don't be shy. Express yourself. Remember that in this situation, there are no good or bad ideas. If your idea is not accepted, don't worry. Exposing your ideas demonstrates that you are an active person when decisions are needed. Tip number 8. Be concise. When we try to explain something, we want to explain everything we can, thinking that maybe doing this will help others understand the point. But again, that is not always the case. Explaining a lot will many times cause the opposite. You will fill them with ideas that are not necessary, and then people will lose interest in your conclusions. A way to do it is to first express our conclusions. In that way we ensure that the point is expressed, which is the goal. Take a few more seconds to explain why you got to that conclusion. Tip number 9. Be careful with your statements. When you need to answer questions, answer what you know, not what you think. Focus on facts, not thoughts or hunches. If you don't know the answer, you can comment that and make a commitment to finding out the answer right away. If you can, try to carefully check the information before answering. In that way, you avoid looking bad and you avoid getting a negative opinion about you and the way you handle your projects. That's all for now. We will see you in the next episode of I Want to Be an Engineer.